Hi guys, how's she going? That's a little rough. She's a little cold today and freaking extremely windy, of course. Because you know we can never not have wind. So it always has to be windy. So yeah. It almost looked like my CB antenna was missing off the 15, but the sunlight's just hitting it wrong. So yeah. I don't know where the bull's at. It's got to be over there somewhere, but he's blending in with everybody else. I'm not going out there today to go and look for him because it's too windy and too cold, and I'm not going to put up with that. So it's just not going to happen. I just got done checking up on my gaming camera again. I don't know. I'm starting to dislike this camera. I don't know. I mean, maybe the cold has a factor on it somewhat, but I don't know. They should record no matter what. I mean, yeah, to a certain degree, they'll probably, you know, slow down because of the cold, but it's really not that damn cold out, so they really shouldn't be putting up that much of a fight. Because the last time I checked it, it didn't record for 3 days. And I don't know, there was still a decent amount of battery life. I mean, I would understand if the battery life got down to, you know, like 10% or whatever, you know, then maybe it would, you know, cut back on recording. But I just checked it now and it was only down to 39%, you know. So I swapped them out with some other used ones. I know you're never supposed to really use used batteries because you don't know how much life is left in them. But those batteries that were, you know, that are technically used, they were in my other gaming camera, and I didn't think that, you know, they were used all that much, so I figured, there's still got to be plenty of life left in them. I don't know, I've only gotten probably about a week out of a set of batteries. So luckily this is just the last of my used batteries now, so now I have to start using brand new ones. But I've had brand new ones in there too, and it just seems like I only get a couple of weeks out of them or something like that, and then they go down, you know. Because now mind you, that gaming camera only takes 4 batteries, whereas, you know, if you had a bigger one, it would take it like, you know, like 8. So I don't know. I think that camera would do good down in the bush where there's, you know, not as much activity. Since there's a lot of activity obviously on that road, the camera obviously gets used. So yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade that camera to something a little bit bigger. You know, I mean, it's got night vision, you know, but I think it could be better. Of course, I guess for $60 and, you know, a compact camera, they're not really all that great. So I think it would probably do okay down in the bush, or, you know, whatever, but I won't know until it's down in that area. But right now it's going to stay up in the yard until I can get a replacement camera. Like I said, I was gonna get that other one that they had there. It was like 160, same brand, but I don't know. I just don't know if I'm really a fan of that brand of camera. I'm just starting to really question that too. So, but I don't know. I'll deal with it for the winter. Get caught up on some things, and then if I have money to splurge, well, then I'll probably go and get a different camera. But I've just been kind of disappointed because it's not recorded, you know, some days, and I don't know why. So Could be because of the cold. I know that there is a rating for those cameras, like they can only work down to a certain temperature. But I've had gaming cameras that were, I suppose, rated about the same as what this one is. I can't remember exactly what this one was rated for, but, and I've had no trouble with them. They've always worked just fine. So I don't know. It's frustrating. So, but we'll deal with it for now. We'll get through the winter with it. I'll just have to keep swapping out fucking batteries more often, and swapping out the SD cards. I was coming, I guess you could say, twice a week and checking up on it, because it seemed like it was either full right away, or the battery was getting low on it, you know. So, well, the main thing was that it was always getting full all the time because there was so much deer activity in her driveway at the farm. You know, that the farm driveway it had so much activity with the deer, and then you had the turkeys, the wild turkeys running around. And so I don't know. And with this camera, it doesn't show you how much memory space is left, you know. And that's kind of getting to be a problem too, because I don't know exactly what's left. Whereas like on the old camera, I had that option. I knew it would tell me how many minutes or whatever was left. So, and I know that a 32 gig memory card should be right around two hours. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, it is when each clip is only 15 seconds long, and you know, they're short, right? So yeah, this camera, you know, like I said, it lacks a lot of the features, so pretty much just have to pray that it's doing what you know, what you want it to do. But I don't know, it seemed fine when I had it up, you know, half the summer. It seemed like it did perfectly fine, you know. But now, since we're getting into a little bit colder weather, I don't know if it's just the camera don't like it. I mean, it does take a beating, because if we get north winds, well, that camera gets direct fire of it, you know. It's gonna get the full blast. So that's the only tree closest to the driveway that I could put it on, so nothing I can really do there. But I don't know what do you do? You know, what do you do? So I'll deal with it, I guess, for the winter, and then maybe when I get caught up on other stupid projects, maybe I'll get another camera. I want more anyway to replace all my other junk ones, but come to find out, I could have left, I guess, my other camera up here too. I left, I mean, I still left a couple down here, but there's the one that I took back because I didn't know if I would, you know, I usually start taking them down when they start threatening snow, but then come to find out we didn't really get that much for snow, so then I didn't come and get my other ones. So they're still down here doing their thing, but it just is what it is, right? So, but the other one I took down because I didn't think I was going to get to it. The other ones I could get to it a little bit easier. I could walk to it if I had to. The other one that I took down, it would be, you could still walk to it. It would just be a much longer walk than I want to do. If I had Big Red up and running, well, then it wouldn't matter. I would still leave everything up. But when they start threatening more snow, then I got to start pulling the rest of them pretty much down too. So, but I don't know. Still got to put up more yet too, and cover other areas, and it's gonna get expensive, especially when you got to start buying more batteries and more SD cards. Of course, depending on what kind of SD card they take. So, what do you do, right? So, yeah. So, it's cold here today, mostly because of the wind. It's just I think it's a south wind. So yeah, so it's cold. It's definitely cold, and I think they're talking kind of a well, we're talking more of a damn warm up again. I think there's actually one day that they're saying it could get 50 out, which, you know, might be 48 because of the wind, or even colder. It just all depends on what the winds are going to be doing, but whatever. So yeah, I am a little bit concerned, but I don't know. There's nothing we can really do about it. So yeah, I never did. There's another little tree down here. I never did ever finish cleaning that up. Oh well, I'll let the flood do it. There's a stump right there I gotta take out. We're in a junk pile, by the way. That's just that hill that I've been mowing. It looks like I don't see any stumps in there, so I think I could be technically mowing in there. This is why I like to come down here. So that's kind of maybe like after a snowfall and then it's melted, because it's pushed all the grass down, and you can look to see if you see any stumps. I see one over there, but I'm not mowing there right now. So, and I don't see any stumps here. I see junk, but that can be cleaned up, so I think we'll be good to mow that next year. But yeah, so I don't know. This warm weather it's definitely abnormal. I mean, yeah, we've had years where we don't get snow until Christmas. That's not unusual, but the temperatures have been. I know down in the cities, which is only about an hour and a half from here, they hit a record high of 50. And I think their last record of hitting 50 was back in 2017. That was another record high that they had, which I don't remember that, but and then apparently I think they had another one back in 1989, I think it was, somewhere around there. They had another 50-degree day in November. You know, it's December now, but I'm talking November weather. December, yeah, I don't know. We're getting later all the time now, so snow probably should definitely start flying and stay, but this is concerning because there's not really any buildup of snow. I mean, we would have to probably get a massive snowstorm, and that would have to dump a foot of snow, you know, to even just give us a chance, I guess. And then you'd have to kind of have snow kind of throughout the rest of the winter season to, you know, build up snowpack that you need to get decent hay. Because the decent hay thing has been kind of nice. But we're never going to have those many good years. So, we don't get too many of them anyway, but it would be nice if we got them more often. So, I don't know. It just kind of is what it is. So, got some deer standing out. I don't see any bucks in there, but you know the bucks got to be somewhere. So, but I don't know. So it's just it is what it is. I think Greasy 6 got some snow. From what it shows like in your last couple of videos you posted there, it looks like you had some snow. So I don't know if they're threatening of any warm weather. I don't know. You're further up there in Canada, so you know. So I don't know, but down here anyway, it's a little bit abnormal for temperature-wise. So I don't know. It'll just, I mean, whatever it's gonna be, whatever it's gonna be. I mean, I don't think we'll have a winter where we don't ever get any snow. Like I think we'll get snow at some point. I don't think we're ever going to have a year where we don't get snow, period, because that's not really a thing for around here. If this was the year for that to happen, then it would be a record. It'd be a first. Oh, what's going on down there? They got some fire trucks, and of course I'm not going to be able to fit my Blazer down in that fucking trail. I need to make my trail going to the camping spot wider, because I don't want to get out of the Blazer because it's freaking cold, and I'll just take a risk. Probably will regret it, but we are fitting. But oh, I didn't do any damage. I don't know what they're doing with the fire trucks down here, but kind of a cold freaking day to be doing it. It does look like somebody's been down here. Yeah, they got fire trucks, a wheel loader. Maybe they're doing some kind of a training thing. That's probably what they're doing. Yeah, the river is starting to freeze. I see that. So, oh, they were down here. Ah. How did I not see that from the other side of the fucking field? What? Am I really this freaking blind? There's tracks down here. Okay, well, this is my first time getting my Blazer down here. So, I've seen some tracks turning. I know you guys ain't gonna be able to see it on the camera. Yeah, there's some tracks. They cut down some trees on our land. It's kind of funny too, because I was just talking about that. Yeah, okay. Well, I noticed that the power companies were down here. Sorry, Blazer. I didn't like doing that to you, but I noticed that along the power line there were some tracks. I didn't think nothing of it. I figured, oh, you're just inspecting power lines, the poles. Okay. I would like a heads up. I mean, I'm just saying that for the record because I don't know who's coming down here. But here's the thing. I like how they don't clean up the fucking mess. I don't really appreciate that. But yeah, this right here, you know, you guys ain't gonna be able to see it on the camera. I remember I talked about it a couple years ago or something. They have a well, there's a power pole right here, but see this other little, probably not. See, come on, see this pole right here. Well, that's like, I guess like a guide pole or whatever, kind of, I guess, to help with the main poles. But those trees that were around it, see those trees that have been around it, they've been there for years. I'm kind of not too happy with them just leaving the mess. I didn't even see this. How I didn't see this, I don't know. Yeah, they left this in our field. Yeah, see, they cut all the trees down, you know. So I have to clean this up now. This just turned into kind of like a rant because how I didn't ever see this, I don't know. Because I was down here the other day too. I mean, I'm okay with you guys keeping that clean. But you could have at least pushed the fucking mess further into the field. You know, now you made my job a million times harder. You know. I don't know. That's ridiculous, though. I mean, you left it in the field, you know. Like I said, I'm not against them keeping the stuff clean. Because I'm sure the fuck not going to do it because it ain't my job. But this should have been cleaned 25 years ago. This is probably 30 plus years worth of growth. And then just to leave the fucking mess behind and then block the field, you know, it's kind of a dick move to make. I don't know if they did any. I doubt they did any cleaning down here because I don't think there's ever been any trees growing down in here, but they got to check anyway. Oh, they did cut a couple down here. Yeah, they did cut a couple. There's one laying here. But see, again, they got those guide wires up, which I know you got to protect them as well. But yeah. But yeah, these guide wires, they just go right into the ground. They must have a big pipe or something buried under here. Well, they're not doing nothing. They're so fucking loose. They're loose. I think you would want some tension on that. There's two of them here. I don't know what the other one's like. Yeah. That makes no... I mean, they got to be anchored to something, but, you know, they have 10 feet of slack in it. That ain't going to do anything, so... And I think they got guide wires over there. I've never been over there. I don't really exactly snoop around in my land too much, but I guess unless I notice something, then I will, but I don't know. But it's kind of funny though, because I was talking to Mother about this I don't know if it was Mother or not. I don't even fucking remember who I was telling, but I was talking to somebody about the power lines. Now they're not really maintaining them because you don't ever really see that. So but yeah, I see this. But you could have cleaned it up, you know, or at least pushed it further in. You don't leave it on the crop field. I mean, there's just no common sense. It's just disrespectful. You know, I get it, it's our land, it's our trees, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. If you're going to make a mess on somebody's land, you should at least clean it up or throw it in a pile somewhere, you know. And then on top of that, tell the fucking landowner, you know. It's ridiculous. They don't say a damn thing to people. I understand. You got a job to do. You got millions of miles of lines to inspect, maintain, whatever. Most of the power lines are not on private land. You know, it's all on state-owned land. This is on private land, all this. So So that's why they were down here. I didn't think they were ever going to clean that because it's been like that for years. I think it's kind of disrespectful. I mean, especially to leave the... I mean, if you left it down there, way down there, okay, no big deal. I'm not going to worry about it because we don't farm that land. So, we don't farm that part of the ground. So, but to leave branches like here and back a ways, that's disrespectful. You know, because now I got to spend time coming out here and cut all that shit up to get rid of it. And then you make a mess on our land and you don't say anything, you know. So, I don't know. I guess they think they could just do it, you know, because we've always told them that they kind of always... I don't want to say that they always could, but there's been times that they've done things and like on my land at my house, when that tree came down on the shop, you know, I just told them that they could just lay it on the ground and get rid of it, and I'll get rid of it myself. That's just one tree. You know, they did the bulk of the work by getting it off my shop and then getting it off the power lines, but this is just a whole damn fucking mountain pile of shit. So I don't know. I don't know, I guess if somebody's looking for some firewood, there's probably gonna be plenty of firewood down there. It's just the problem. I'm not gonna buck it up. You know, if I'm gonna go through all that trouble, then I'll just you know, I mean, they cut that one tree down, but they didn't even, like, it looks like they didn't even like finish cutting it. They just let it fall. Oh yeah, it's I mean, it looks like they let it fall and then they just left it. That was it. So yeah, but it's kind of funny. I was talking about this not too long ago, how they seem to care about everything, but then yet they never maintain that, because you think that would be important too, because it's, you know, kind of like a guide pole or whatever. It helps keep all the other poles acting straight, you know, keeps them straight, you know, helps with load, I guess. Maybe it's an extra ground point too, I don't know. So, but that pole's all freaking cocked-eyed too, just like this one here is, you know. And I don't know, I reported that pole to the power company, but they don't seem to be too concerned about it. So, I mean, they did look at it, but I guess technically the pole is still strong, because obviously the pole's not rotten. It's just, it's got such a heavy lean to it. But I think either they put it in like that because they weren't paying attention, or, well, I don't know. But they obviously, whoever put these two poles in, they obviously really sucked at their job, then they should be fired. But I don't know, I didn't see that until now, unless they came back today or something and did it, but I don't think I've seen any trucks come to town. So, but yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't know, a few days ago to somebody. It might have even been maybe in a video, but that video never made it up to YouTube. So, but I think they could have did a little bit of a better job, you know, keeping the stuff off the field. I mean, that's just a couple of branches here and there, but you should not piss off a farmer. You really should not. You know, because you're making us do more stuff, more work than we really need to be. If you would have pushed all that shit back 10 feet, then I wouldn't be here ranting about it. So, but whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it, you know, because it's just, I don't know who the fuck was down here, but I guess I could talk to the meter guy, because I think he's kind of like the boss around here too. He does everything besides checking meters. So, I mean, he'll get his hands dirty too if he has to, but I think his job is mostly to check meters, and he pretty much bosses everybody else around. So, but whatever.